Good morning and welcome back to my channel. This is Fontaine and I am going to show you a really neat way to have a casual but glam eye for this time of year. And of course we're going to start out with Charlotte's Lash Boost. If you guys haven't gotten yourself some, then I highly recommend it. It's just easy to put on. Yes, most people say to do it at night. Admittedly, sometimes I forget, so here I am putting it on before I put my eye makeup on. And then the next thing I'm going to do is my eye base essentials from TRISH McEvoy. This color is Bear, and all I do is swipe that directly onto the lid, and then I use my brush. You can use your finger, that's perfectly cool, and I use my number 66 brush to just go ahead and cover the lid, get it over all of any discoloration that might be there, but also anywhere that you're going to be wearing eyeshadow, because this way it'll keep it all in place all day. In fact, I have my makeup on. I should show you guys a picture sometime at the end of the day. Now mind you, I'll be tired looking, but the end of the day my eye makeup is still completely on, just like I put it on first thing in the morning. So I highly recommend using this shadow base. Now if any of you guys are artistic with your shadow, it can also do great cut-ins, and sometime I'll show you guys that. But that's real artsy with eyeshadow, but it doesn't have to be crazy looking arty, but it can be artsy, but it can be definitely a beautiful artistic look that you can do with your eyes. Anyway, so, and I've already done all of my makeup, even my eyebrows, because I just wanted to show you this easy look. Now the colors I'm going to use, excuse my palette's a little dirty here from shadow because I'm moving things around, but I'm using these colors basically on my eyes. And what I'm going to do is use Shell on the base, and I'm going to use the number, I can't see it, there we go, number 23 Angled Contour. And I'm using the flat side of this brush, and I'm going to pounce that into the Shell color and put that all over where I've just put the Eye Base Essentials, the primer, and it's going to put everything into place and keep it, because it's almost like the eyeshadow base. It's not sticky, but it's almost as if it is. So you don't want to put a lot of color on right away. I don't recommend that. You can do what you want, but it's going to stick the moment you put it on there. Now I'm going to use number 29 brush, which is tapered blending brush. These are TRISH McEvoy brushes, and this is Cafe Latte, which actually I think they're sold out of now, but I will put a, I may have some at the store, and if you are an online shopper, I can find you a good alternative, okay? So I'm putting that into the crease. This is more of a day look. You can increase the colors and the amount of product you use to give a more evening look. And then what I like to do is put this just a little bit above my crease so it creates a good bit of depth on my lid, okay? And then tap it in, put it on the other eye, match them up. And I tend to go in sort of a check mark, if you notice what I did here, as I go like a little check mark, and I go a little tail down here, and I do a long through the crease. And I tend to start on the outer corner and go on the inner corner. I bring it in there so that it's not too dark on the inner corner. So you just want to make sure that if you get it on a little heavy, take it and keep swiping it and making it soft until you actually get it where you want it. You can also go back over it with the Shell color and soften it that way as well. I didn't really need to do that, but I was showing you. Now, this next brush is the numero 50 Angled Eyelining, and you can see the shape of that. Isn't that nice? And it's very firm. It's very firm, and I'm putting it into this navy blue color, which is called Arabian Nights Eye Definer. And the eye definers have tons of color in it, tons of pigment. So anytime you put this on, make sure that you're ready, because it goes on. See how heavy that is just by touching it? It's almost black when it goes on. And what I'm doing is I'm creating the winged line with this and going all the way across. What I'm doing is I'm going in that wing line right through here, and I'm going right against the lash line like anytime I do liner. Right against the lash line. So that gives a continuity and a clean line right through there, okay? I'm going to do that on the other eye. Again, I'm going to put it directly on. It's depositing a lot of color because it is an eyeliner. There is a way to make this into a liquid liner. It's called Finish Line within Trish, and I probably will show you all that. But this is actually an effect that I'm doing with this particular look that is, it's sort of like a shadow is what I'm creating right now. I know that sounds weird, but I'll show you in a minute. And what it does is it gives a beautiful eye brightening color with the navy blue, with the Arabian Nights color. Anyway, so again, I'm pressing it right against my lash line and going all the way across the top of the eye. And I don't have any concealer. Instead, I have fallout through here, so I don't have any concealer on, so I can put all that on afterwards and it doesn't get heavy underneath there. So now what I'm going to do is actually go over that line with my Sisley So Intense eyeliner. And what I do is I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to make it a little smaller. I'm not going over the whole line. I'm actually, like I said, I've created a shadow by placing that Arabian Nights color right there. And I'm still going over everything, so it gives it more depth to it, and it gives a bit of a more glamorous look, a more intense look without looking too made up. And the irony of wearing two eyeliners to look less made up, isn't that funny? Anyway, but that's what we're doing. And now again, I'm just laying it against my lash line and gently going across. Now I'm going to pull just a little tighter through here to make sure I get it where I need it. And see, as a result, I have a really soft winged line to my eye. Isn't that nice? But it's there. You know, that's what's kind of cool about it. Now again, I have chosen to use all of these 5 colors. I'm going to use that same number 29 that I put the Cafe Latte on, and I'm going to go a little bit into Deep Aubergine. This is the eye definer, and I'm going to tap off the excess because I really don't want it too heavy. But I do want to put a little bit extra through here to give my eye a little bit more depth through the outer corner. And I'm doing this after because I also am trying to soften up that, make sure that I keep that Arabian Nights definer soft. So I'm going over this whole look with this after, because I want to keep it nice and soft. Now again, I'm doing a good bit of depth there, and I have got a little extra there that I want to soften up even more, and I'm grabbing the brush that I used to put the shell on, and I'm just softening that a bit so it's not a big dot. You know what I mean? There we go. That's softer. Just a touch more of the Deep Aubergine, and I'm going into right here. So it gives a nice, not a cat eye, but something like that. You know what I mean? It gives that feminine almond-shaped eye. That's what I'm trying to say. A feminine almond-shaped eye. Okay, so again, I'm going to do a little bit more of the Deep Aubergine out here on this side. And it's just a little bit more for the holidays, you know, for this time of year. I know that so many of us are, usually we're rushing around going from place to place, party to party, but the parties are so much more intimate. Why not have some fun with your makeup in the meantime? And if you can't get into me to get your makeup done, this is a great way to go about it. Just follow what I do here. So yeah, that looks really nice, and it's a little bit more intense, but it's not too much. Do you know what I'm saying? So I really like the way that looks. Now, again, I am going to use this last fun crazy gold color. Using my ring finger, I'm going to rub it into the gold. And you know, these Trish McEvoy, they're all, this is a magnet, so you can put into your palette whatever you want. This is a little page that goes into the planner. So I'm going to put that right here on top over the center of my eye. I'm going to go into the inner corner with it. And that way I get a little bit of holiday a little bit of blue and gold, but the blue is just not really bright. Do you know what I mean? It's just a nice subtle color that really is just adding a beautiful little shadow to your eyeliner. See, that looks nice. Very subtle. You can do more, for heaven's sakes, if you want to do more. And you can do less. If this is too much glitter, skip the glitter. That's fine too. I just like to add a little holiday to it. And this is, since it is a day look, I'm doing just a wee bit, just enough to have some fun with it. And by putting it over the center of my eye, it's because it's glittery, it's going to bring the attention to the center of my eye. Plus, it also is going to bring forward this inner circle right here, the inner circle, inner corner of our eyes right there. Okay, so that's bringing it all forward. The light brings it forward, and the dark is going to send it back. Love that. Now, I tend to use a black eyeliner on the waterline. This one I'm using is the Black Pearl color from By Terry's Ombre Black Star. And what I like about this is it's like a deep charcoal. So if you don't want too black of a line to go there, but you still want to have that beautiful thick lash look that I love to do on the tight lining, then this is the way to go. And I put it on the upper, and see, and it's waterproof. So once it dries, it's set into place and it won't go anywhere all day. Again, this makeup's gonna last until I use my makeup remover at night to remove it. And if you guys want to learn how to do that, let me know if you want me to show you what I use for makeup remover at night. I probably will show you at some point, but if you are really wanting it before that, let me know. I'm doing the tight line down below as well, and so it helps to give a beautiful line, but this charcoal color, in this sort of sparkly charcoal color in By Terry called Black Pearl, does not give it too much, so you don't get way too much color. And that way you can tight line through there and not have it too heavy, but still have a soft, smoky look. Okay, so I'm going to put my first layer of mascara on, and we know I love my mascara, and I'm going to use my lash curler, which you can get directly from me. I know that I don't know of being able to get it online. If I do find something, I'll post it for you. And I will, this is the TRISH McEvoy lash curler, and see, it does a beautiful job. And it shows off these fabulous lashes that my lash boost has really brought to front and center, which I absolutely love. I'm so excited. Okay, and then I'm using my SISLEY So Curl Mascara in black. So you can see I'm going over the top of the lashes and coming back underneath to make sure that when you have bothered to curl your lashes, that they go up and they show off so beautifully. Okay, so while that first layer dries, I'm actually going to do my concealer. It is the Sisley Fido Certain Clot, and this one is number 2, and it has kind of an orangey color. So and this metal tip is going to help to decrease any puffiness I have. So I'm tapping that on, and then I just rub it out to the outer center. If you rub it in, it's going to push the puffiness towards your nose. It's going to make the puffy worse. You want to send it away from the center. So that on here too. My duo-ended brush from TRISH McEvoy, and I'm patting that into place. You can swipe it a little if you're going to put it right by your lower lashes, but really the rest of it you just want to pat into place, because you don't want to have streaks and lines and stuff like that, and this is how you avoid that. And patting it right, swipe it just right by the lashes. It's simple. They're all easy, I promise. They're all easy, I promise, I promise. Okay, just like this is, but I'm just adding that extra line to give a little bit of extra glam along with the glitter. So see, whoo, I look like I'm awake now. Isn't it wonderful? I just love how that looks. Now here's something else that I absolutely adore doing. I'm using the By Terry number two, Terribly Dawn Solis concealer, okay? And what I'm going to do is dot this on, and I'm going to dot it in the places that I want to bring forward, okay? And then I'm going to swipe a little bit right here. I've already put on the rest of my makeup, but I can always put a little bit more blush on, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat that into place and swipe it right up here by the eye. And then pat it all so you don't see lines. And see how that just smoothed out and brightened up that side of my face. And I did one side so you can see, as gorgeous as that looks right now, this just took it to another level, okay? So that's really kind of fun to me, is to actually do that. And then I go through with the other side of this brush. That's one of the reasons why I love this brush, because I can do all this and then tap on my concealer. So now it's brightened up all that so nicely. And then the brush that I powdered with, and I use that hyaluronic powder, I just gently go right through here. I don't want too much powder in the middle of my face. And this foundation that I'm wearing is the hyaluronic foundation. And if you put a lot on, it doesn't take but probably 3 drops. I have found myself using less and less when I do my foundation with that. That way when I use my powder, it's not too much powder, because one time I was even doing it in a video. I had done a whole lot of foundation thinking I really need to work cover, and I did probably 3 drops on this side and a couple on here. My whole face really only needs about 3 drops for the whole face. Okay, so doing 5 to 6 drops, I had a ton of coverage, and it was just crazy how thick my makeup was. This stuff feels like skincare, so I didn't notice it until later after I got away from the monitor. I just realized that, oh my god, I have so much makeup on. So it doesn't take much, but it's good to know that it can build. So using a little bit of powder to set it in place so it won't move just makes it a little bit better. So that and a little bit more blush to just set over that, see? And I like to go also with the last of what's on my brush and go across my nose like that. So, and sometimes I go a little bit right here. You know, little love on the face. Number 2, Vintage Nude from the By Terry collection of Lip Expert in Matte. I use the tip of that and I can line the lips. Mush it in. It's very liquid lipstick, by the way. It's a stain also. But tell me what you guys think, if you like these colors, and if you're enjoying these day looks from for wearing the mask. I'm really hearing that a lot of people are wanting that. So if there's even something else that you guys might want to do other than just the eyes, then let me know. But I really loved this look. So it's still conservative with the beautiful browns and a little bit of navy blue. I'm loving it. So I hope you guys give it a try. Remember to like and subscribe, and you guys always know that anything I use you can get directly from me. So anyway, have a wonderful Friday, fabulous Friday, Fontaine Friday, and enjoy your weekend with your fabulous families and your great friends. And I'm so glad you came in today. Have a wonderful day. Mwah. Talk to you soon.